Okay, so here we are at Karmic number 3. So how does this mean? If you're a life path 2 and a life path 1, so say if you've got a partner that is a life path 2, okay, and you or they have a life path 1, you add them together, you make a 3. You can also watch this as a Pisces because they are a 12. Okay, so you can watch it as a basic 3. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all the math. If any of you want to go through the math of which numbers add up to make a 3, you can, for anybody that is generally confused. Okay, but all you need to do is make that 3. 2 and 1 is 3. Okay, so anything else, if you want to leave it in the comment section, please do. But generally what it is are 2 life paths that come together to make a numerology number of 3. Okay, so it wouldn't really go above like 22. If it was 22, it would be 4. So you'd watch Aries, Scorpio. Okay, so basically what we're doing is the karmic number of 3. Okay, and show me the divine feminine of the karmic number of 3 of what they've both got going on, please. The karmic number of 3. The karmic number of 3 of 2 life paths that come together for their experience, their soulmate experience. Show me the divine feminine of the karmic number 3 this week. So you got 5. So you could have a Taurus or a Sagittarius or a life path 5. Okay. But yeah, something to do with your home, something to do with your grandmother or your mother or home. Okay. Feeling under the weather, or the name Heather or Haley or Henry. If it's Henry, it could have something to do around drugs. I don't really know at the moment. Okay. But yeah, someone is always pushing someone out. Someone's always at home. They blame you, more than likely, quite a lot. They always blame you for what it is that you've got going on in your life. They always make you feel accountable for what you've done or haven't done. Okay, or Putchy, or Paula, or a Piscean, 3. Okay. Let's see, so what's the divine feminine that's connected to karmic number 3? What's the divine feminine got going on in their life, please, this week? So you've got the Tower. So there is, you could be dealing with a life path 7, you could have it in your chart, but something definitely going on at home, okay? Some kind of like, someone is very highly tempered. So someone around the home may have a Sagittarian or a Taurus placement, okay? They might have a Sagittarius-Taurus placement, and they are very dynamic. So the moment you say anything, they basically make you regret what you're saying. They don't listen to what you're saying, okay? When you speak, they overspeak. When you speak, you overspeak them, they overspeak you, okay? And it's like setting a fucking rocket and just like a very short fuse, very short temper, because the other person more than likely blames you and makes you feel accountable for every little mistake you do. They more than likely pull you up on it. We will get towards your love life, but tarot can be very complex where you don't have much going on other than what goes on in each individual soulmate, okay? Because there's soulmate readings, but it doesn't always represent your love. So at the moment, there is not a lot of respect that seems to be going on under the roof of this energy here, okay? Because the other person is too dynamic, okay? If there's a blame, they'll blame you. If they're claiming something, they'll claim the fact that it's your fault, okay, on this side. So if anything goes wrong in life, they're the first person to point and say you're to blame. It's you that's not doing it. No, it's you that isn't doing this. It's, you know, so on and so forth, and backwards and forwards. Okay. Let's see for the karmic energy of number 3. What have they got going on? What have they got going on for the karmic number of 3 for the divine feminine this week? So you got a 2, you got like a Libra energy or 2 numbers. See these 2 numbers here, okay, if you're watching this as say a Piscean, okay, and you come together and you make a 2 or a 5 or a 7 even, I think this is probably going to be too complex for people here. But like, yeah, there's a hell of a lot going on in this person's life at home, I really do feel. I don't think it's much to do with the energy of love life at the moment. I think there's a hell of a lot of confusions. It's not the fact that someone could even be having an emotional breakdown. What I feel that the divine feminine energy is going through here is more to do with that they might work at home. And when they work at home, they could live with a mother or a grandmother energy. Okay? And that the person that's around them is so dynamic that it always makes them second guess. They always end up thinking, well, was that my fault or was it your fault? Or don't keep questioning me all the time to make it feel as if it's my fault. And then it just throws this 2 in there just to make this energy more confused about whether they are right, whether they're in the wrong. The person that is in the wrong never knows whether they're in the right or wrong either. Okay, so there are huge arguments that seem to be going on in this person's life here that's compared to the other side. Okay. Huge arguments. And it is mainly, like, I feel, around family, around money, about bills, well, about anything. I think there's a person here that could start an argument with anything, to be honest with you, here. But if you are a 3, okay, you do get into a lot of drama triangles. Like, there's always seemed like a drama out of a crisis. Okay, that is also a Piscean energy. There's always a drama. There's always something on someone else's mind that's accountable for blaming the other person. Okay, so it's too heavy for this person to keep going, right? So basically, if you look at this, and this is this person's life, and it's to do with their family, there ain't nothing anybody else can do. There's nothing compared to this side. Could be Chris, Cornell, okay? But at the moment, it's just like I'm frustrated and fed up with the person at home, basically. Okay, so show me the divine masculine that comes together to make the divine connection of 3. The divine connection of 3. Show me the masculine energy, please, connected to the divine energy of 3. But you don't have to add these numbers up to be your love life. You can take any number that you wish, as long as it adds up to that 3, you can watch this reading. Whether it be a friend or a family, and you don't have a number, you think, okay, well, I'm a life path 2, and I know a life path 1, and I can add those together, and that's you and that person. Okay, so it shows you more in-depth karmic energy, really. Okay, so at the moment, I know it's quite simple. It's not really showing me, or simple Simon, Cynthia, Steve, Sarah, Sassy. It's really not showing me too much in the energy of love. It's kind of showing me struggling to get on with a family member, struggling to move forward. Okay, because it also feels that when this person walks off from something that goes on here, if we still relate it to one reading, when this person walks off from this person, they don't like it. They don't like the fact that the person doesn't like standing around listening to a person bitch and moan. So when they start moaning and they start like, oh, listen, you're at fault, you're at blame, it's you, it's because of the dog, it's because of the cat, it's because of you didn't pay, it's because you didn't do this, it's because, just the amount of blame energy that goes towards this one, that when this person walks off and really isn't that fast, this person gets even more stressed. The fact that they believe this side isn't helping. You're not helping the scenario. You don't help me do this. You don't help me do that. It's always it's always down to me. It's always down to me. So it's always the other person's fault for not paying attention to the energy of the person that's very dynamic. Okay, very dynamic. Because human nature is like that. Okay, and men also, well, women, it doesn't matter, but mainly men. If you get someone that's kind of like, listen, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. This person's kind of like, listen, Felicia, I really don't give a fuck. Just leave me alone. I can't be listening to all of your moaning and your groaning and your bitching and everything else. Okay, so as it stands for a lot of you at the moment, it is not showing me any karmic energy of love life. It might be the fact that you don't have a karmic love life, but you have a karmic energy of family, okay? And when we say karmic, okay, I have to say this to everybody, I don't mean the other bitch or the other person that's with someone else and they're with my man and that's the karmic. That's just bullshit. That's just people feeding you full of lies and bullshit, and then you come here and you don't understand it, okay? So as it stands at the moment, this is showing me a karmic number that is going on with a person, generally around their family. That someone is always moaning at. I mean, if this is your love life and you're always moaning at your partner, then stop doing that, because they're getting frustrated. It's too much. Like, there's too much work to be like mental confusion of like, it's too much mental work to try and get through to you. You don't listen even if I do speak. And when I do, you ain't got time. It's like, no, because I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to all this. Life's so hard, isn't it? And you're like, well, it is when you're here, right? So, unfortunately, at the moment, for a lot of you, it's kind of showing me a very family karmic situation. Show me the divine masculine, please. Show me the divine masculine that is connected to the 3. So you have this energy of this person is constantly wondering, what are you doing in there? I mean, this might be an adolescent parent, I don't know, but what are you doing in there? What are you doing out there? What are you saying in there? What you're not saying? Why you're not speaking? Why? Like, why? Why is that? Why? Why are you not talking to me? Why? Okay, because if I'm honest, this reading in my head is not going anywhere. It's really not going anywhere. The connection of whether this be family or love is lost. It's lost. It's lost its respect, basically. Okay, if I say it, you say Steve, possible. But it has lost its respect for this side. I don't respect you any longer, but you're supposed to respect my authority, right? This is why it could be a Taurus placement, okay? Because it would be a north and a south energy that doesn't mix. Two north pole, south pole, north pole that never come together because they're not supposed to. So they don't. So when you come together as a crossed energy, okay, a crossed energy of your signs, okay, this is a huge family dynamic that someone here always feels as if I've lost the respect for you. I don't respect you anymore. I don't respect what it is that you have to say or do. I just don't. That's why I don't want to speak to you, because I don't respect you. Okay. So unfortunately, whatever it is that seems to be going on here, the respect isn't there. The respect isn't there. Okay. Because this is also, I'm hearing, expecting the worst. So there might be some kind of news that someone has that comes up around health, as a general health energy, of like, I'm expecting bad news, because 9 would be a 9 of Pentacles as well, so it can mean health. Okay. So I'm expecting some kind of bad news. Okay, we're trying to find out answers of something that could be going on with the masculine energy here, and they've got more of a health concern that seems to be going on with the individual person, or I have more concerns about what's going on with my family at the moment than what I do love, or I've got more concerns about my health than what I have anything else, or I have more concerns that are going on about, this is Putchy Stern, is right up in here. I have more concern of what is going on with my health than I do anybody else. Okay. But this side is still wondering all the time about what this person's going to say. Like, I'm always wondering what you're going to say. I'm always wondering what you're going to do. I'm always wondering that if I was to go and do a Jim Carrey, that you would come out the closet and start fucking bitching and moaning and make me feel accountable for that. So I've lost respect for this energy. Okay, it's a complete and utter not trusting energy. Okay, lost respect. Okay, because the energy of trust is probably gone. Because this is Taurus 5, Sagittarius Taurus. If this is a hissy fit that a Sagittarian or Taurus gets into, and they start shouting and screaming and then blaming and demanding, okay, respect, and demanding you listen, and demanding that you stand here listening to me telling you off, and demanding the fact that they want money, or demanding they want anything else, that is definitely not seen upon this person on this side as a way to go about asking, because this person loses their temper very quickly, and it makes this side Jim Carrey, walking on eggshells. Definitely not sunshine. Okay, so I'm definitely hearing sunshine as in family. Okay, so this is a really big family dynamic for a lot of you that are kind of like looking for your love sector. My advice would be look for another number or check out my star sign placements. Okay, because this is, like I said, karmic number is going to show you the karma. The calm before the storm, before things blow over. Okay, so it feels like this blowing, what do they call that, hay bale that you walk in and it's like, and everything goes quiet and silent, and they're like, it's so quiet it's deafening, like because the frustration from this side is a nervous approach to ever really be around this energy here. Like, you make me that nervous, I know for a fact you're going to start fucking blaming and shouting and screaming the fact that I don't want to be around you. Like, I don't want to be. So, you know, each to their own here. So show me the Divine Masculine on this side, please. Show me the other partner is connected via this 3. Show me the other partner is connected to this 3, please. So you got a 2 again, you got possible energies of 2 and 2, Libra. You could have like a 4 placement, Scorpio, Aries. Okay, but there's a lot of like disconnected energy, of put this out of my mind. Like, I don't even want to think about you anymore. I'm just trying my best to disconnect, not reconnect with you, not catch up with you. I'm trying to like just get out of your way, really. And that's probably, I can't really give you any more than the truth here. 3, okay. Whoever's watching for 3, show me the other person connected to this energy of 3, the karmic number of 3. Show me the other person, please. So there you go, Taurus, Sagittarian or Taurus. So for a lot of you, this is 100% a mismatched energy, because you've got it on both sides. So it's a married couple that are fucking sick to death of one another. Could be an ex that you've been going through the motions with an ex. You could have been going through the motions of a divorce. Okay, you could be going through the motions of court procedures, okay, for a lot of you. But this is where people are getting really frustrated with people at work as well, okay. But like, because you've got this blame shouting energy here, it's also very opinionated, okay, very opinionated, where this person gets their backup of an opinion also, okay, of an opinion. I go through this a lot, like in my Vedic chart, I have Taurus moon in Vedic. Okay, so when I get a Taurus that represents my Scorpio North node, okay, or Scorpio like Taurus rising, Taurus North node, Scorpio rising, Scorpio North node, you know, it clashes like the Titans. So you just charge in at one another and then run from one another. It's a non-compatible energy, whichever way you look at it. Like, but if you're watching this and you're like, no, Steve, my love life's really good, there's nothing really wrong with it, then there's nothing wrong with your love life. It's not coming through as that. It's coming through as what is your karmic energy showing you? Disrespect on both sides. Disrespect on both sides. Now, if that is coming through as, say, your relationship, it's still the same message. Disrespect on both sides. You don't respect each other enough to continue it, because like family, you can't just like, we don't respect each other enough and are moving away. You might be moving away, or at least planning to at some point, and think, you know what, bruv, I just got to get as far away from you as possible. But that just might be in the other room if you're living under the same roof and in the same space. This is not really wanting to be bothered with friends, not really wanting to be bothered with a relationship, or whichever way around, or whatever message it is that you're looking for. But again, it's a non-compatible sign. You've lost respect for one another here. Okay. What else am I picking up for you 3? Well, I did actually hear what am I picking up for you 3. Now, popular belief when I was doing 2 was a brilliant reading. The energy of 2 was a brilliant reading, but it is here. Okay, 2 and 2 is here. Okay, and it was a brilliant reading if you wasn't in this polygamy, chuck your keys in the bowl and your bingo dubbering Doris and Fred and Sid and, you know, we're going around the prickly bush where I'm cheating and lying on my marriage. Okay, because there were so many counterparts. That was the best reading ever. But the counterparts in some were also people that were standing in up between other people's relationships and marriages, because they were also very much prominently married already, going outside of marriages and throwing your keys in the bowl and sleeping with other people. Okay, so that is a very good possibility that is here. Okay, was that there? It doesn't matter because they're both the same. So like I said, I'm always wondering and being left to feel curious about when you leave this marriage, where do you go? But if the other person's doing it as well, it's because they have physically actually lost respect for one another in the marriage. Because if you was to sleep with other people inside of a marriage, you obviously do not respect the trust and the vows of what is given through marriage. No sex before marriage if you're if you're religious. No sex before marriage. Or like whilst we're married, no sex between other people before you get divorced. Okay, so, well, I mean, you could be married and it just doesn't go and the other person won't give you a divorce. So you're like, well, fuck, I've got no other choice but to be single and go elsewhere, you know. But trust me, when those messages have been there around people that have been doing the polography, or what the fuck y'all call weird people that do that. But like, you know, polygamy, is it? I don't know. I don't care, to be honest, because I want to do that. But yeah, but I want to. I mean, is this me? Meat. Dave, meat. Dave, meat. Dave's meat. Ugh, Dave's meat. Is it meatloaf? This is people that sit around at a dinner table and they have meatloaf and they're like, oh, fuck, it's meatloaf again. Really? I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I'd do anything, but I won't do that. No, I wouldn't do that if I was you. You see, someone here always like, don't do that. I wouldn't do that if I was you. And you're like, don't tempt me. I wouldn't do that if I was you. No, don't do it. This could be other people that are always in someone else's ear. Oh, I won't go and do that. I'm telling you now, we've got an opinion. Oh no, it's going to turn out bad. It'll definitely turn out bad. If you do that, it'll be bad. That'll be bad. Someone can always look on the negative approach. That's why this has failed. They have this way of constantly letting people know, oh my God, there's danger out there. The fucking pool is going to come down from fucking outer space and probe people. So we have to put tinfoil hats on. You know, people that always look on the negative side of, you know, life is shit. Right? And it's just, oh no, if you go and do that, I'm telling you now, if you do that, you'll make a bad mistake. If you see him or her, that won't work out. They'll turn you over. They'll do this. This person's a Mrs. Bouquet, so structured up to worried that things are going to go wrong in life that they try to protect people by smothering them, by losing respect for authority. They don't have any authority here. Unless it's the police. That's the only time this person would have authority. But I think for a lot of you, they like to take charge of everything. And because they like to take charge of everything, it's more of a charge. Let me push you out. Charge. Let me push you out. Or someone that's just charging someone an absolute arm and a leg and a fortune, and they can't afford to pay rent, bills, or anything. This could be the government. This could be the government, where the government have raised taxes and raised electric and financial bills and everything else. And it could be like this, but there might be someone here that equivalently doesn't work at all, and they've got no money because there's no money here. So that might be what you're looking for. There's no money. There's no respect because I haven't got money for nothing. Well, I haven't got a job. Well, go and get one. There's plenty of jobs out there. If there isn't where you live, then move here. I've got to have my hair cut, man. I'm starting to look like a complete another girl. But there could be someone here that equivalently just ain't never got any money. They've never got any money, okay? And then they turn up and they expect you to buy it all the time, okay? Or you to look after the person all of the time because they've never got any money, okay? And that's why you get these energies that are not matching it. Money for nothing, love for nothing, live for nothing. There's no point even living anymore. Depression, suicidal thoughts at times maybe, okay? Can't see the point in this anymore. I mean, this could have also been your karmic experience with a very fucked up marriage and relationship, or marriage, you know, a twin flame kind of, you know, soulmate. No point in living anymore because you've got the wrong impression of what a twin flame is. You don't get one, you get many. You have to ascend. Could be your ascension process of an awakening. Someone's completely and utterly lost their fucking mind through their awakening. And you've watched that much bullshit here, not knowing that what you've been fed for so many years is absolute bullshit. And that it isn't, okay? Like I said, because of the numbers. You've watched that much shit that you didn't realise that you was cross-watching yourself. And you got pissed off with yourself, not knowing, well, right? It's a true fact. It is a true fact. People that could have equivalently and utterly lost their fucking mind at tarot. Right? Because they've been educated in watching twin flame stuff and waiting forever and a day for their twin to come back. Fly away Peter, fly away Paul. Your karmic is on their way back because they're going to treat that person like shit so they can come back and cheat on you again. No. Your whole scenario would have been there of what you should have learned is a boundary to not let that happen and then deal with the energy, which is what? An awakening. It's not the other person, it's because you're learning to be empathic. People think that a spiritual awakening or empathy is just fucking easy to cope with. Oh, it's easy. I just have empathy for everybody. No. You got to tell people to fuck off. That's empathy. That's respect for yourself. Okay? Having a boundary in life. Fuck you, Tyrone. Who do you think you are, disrespecting me? In fact, I don't even need to tell you it. I just need to do this. Not talk to you. I don't respect you enough to. So fuck it. Choice is mine or yours. In fact, there isn't one. Let's just continue to not speak. Here. That's what I've got for you guys if you are any energy of 3. Now, if you've got like Virgo placements, you've got Taurus placements or Sagittarian placements, life path 7, 8, Leo, you're in this reading. You just got people around you that have got placements of that within their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. So, like I said, you can try and, if you're on my Patreon where this goes, which is the full access bundle, you can watch them all and your star signs and the numbers to try and think, that really does fucking represent something that's going on in my life outside of my life of love. This really is my love life, but my other one is, you can watch them all, get all of the messages and okay. So that's what we've got for you guys. There's me telling you too much tarot and I'm telling you to watch it. But if you want to join, it's up to you. It's a full access bundle only. You can find that link provided below, okay. Thanks very much guys, and I'll see you soon.